Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, which I am really excited about. Today is the 8th birthday of my YouTube channel. I can't believe it. 8 years ago today, I created my YouTube channel and started to upload my very first video. I do have my first video viewable on my channel. It's a little cringe, so I do apologize, but if you want to check it out, you can search through my video history, but today I want to talk to you a little bit about the journey along the way while I create this makeup look for the day. And yeah, let's get into it now. All right, it would be nice if I had my lip balm nearby, but I don't. So let me just go straight into the foundation. I do really want to use the new About Face. I think it's just the slightest bit too dark for me, but getting shade 1 would have, getting the fair olive would have been too light, I think. But I feel like this double wear might be a better shade match for me today. So this is the one I'm going to use today. I've got the shade Too Warm Olive. It's very light. Too light for me usually. Okay. I logged in. Oh God, I just got my pump all dirty. Michelle, get yourself together. It's too early for this. I'm already starting off so terribly. Okay, I have to clean that up. When I first logged into my YouTube analytics a little bit ago, I was greeted with a happy birthday message to my channel. Today, the day that I'm filming, I'll be sure to list the actual date in the description box if you're interested. But today, 8 years ago today, I uploaded my very first YouTube video. And that just got me really not emotional. That just got me really like sentimental feeling and reflective. Thinking back about the journey that my channel has taken and that I have taken throughout the years on my journey. Throughout the years on my channel. Yeah, I have changed so much, yet in many ways, I'm still very much the same. But no, not many ways, in a few ways. Like my core morals are still the same. But like all the outer layer superficial stuff has kind of changed. A lot of that kind of fluffed away because of some of the things that I've been through in recent years. And just with maturity, I'm sure. But yeah, so let me think back. 8 years ago, I was in my late 30s, okay? Let me tell you why I started my channel to begin with, okay? I started my channel because I wanted to find, back it up. At this time in my life, okay, it was my late 30s, I had heard of YouTube, but I didn't really know, I didn't know that it was a place that people liked to hang out or whatever. That concept was completely non-existent in my mind. I was a very, very busy working mom. I had 3 young babies, 3 small dogs. I had I would say a crumbling marriage, okay, in those early formative years of our marriage. And my health was also in steady decline, yet I didn't know how bad it was going to get yet. And I was still at that time trying to push through and just build. I was in my late 30s. My 30s was my era of hustle mode, okay? I was doing all of the things that I was doing the most, okay? I was modeling. I was going after my legal dream careers as a paralegal. I was acting, I was chasing my acting dreams. I was acting in a lot of TV shows and commercials. And I did hair modeling. I did liquor modeling. Like, I did a lot of stuff. I worked 3 jobs at that time. One of them, that's not including my acting gigs, okay? And so, like, I was a busy girl. I was a busy, busy woman. Don't forget, I had 3 kids during that time. And I was going through a very contentious custody battle for my 2 younger children. And I mean, we're talking, my children were being taken from me. I was having to search for them throughout Texas to find them and get like police involved and stuff. And, you know, I was going through allegations and like to protect my children from that happening to them. I was fighting for it. Okay. I was going through so much at that time. And did I mention separations from my husband? We went through a lot in our formative years. Anyway, so shortly before I started my YouTube channel, I had started cutting back on pretty much everything because we had just gotten back from Disney, and like a few months before, probably like, honestly, it was like 8 months before we had just gotten back from Disney. And then the week after we got back from Disney, I got into a very, very serious, debilitating accident. I was rear-ended by a stupid 18-year-old girl who literally was on the phone texting and didn't see me, stopped at the red light, and she slammed into my rear end at full speed, going over 45 miles an hour. Needless to say, that didn't go over real well for me. And for the next year, I was basically bedridden. Okay. My husband had to like carry me in and out of bed. He would lift me and lay me in the back of the truck because I couldn't do very much. You know, once I got into one position, I couldn't move because I was in so much pain. He would lay me in the back of the truck and take me to physical therapy. So I did physical therapy, like hardcore therapy, for over 8 months, to where I could then sit on my own, like sit up and walk a little bit. Times were really hard back then for me physically. So anyways, I had been stuck in bed for a long time. I was at home taking some time off from work because I literally was in so much agonizing pain. So I still, though, I was working from home at that time. They had set me up to where I could work from home, but this was before work from home was a thing, especially in the legal industry. Okay, this was 8 years ago, mind you. And so I had been trying to get my firm, my lawyers. It was a dream for me to just be like, I can literally do all of this at home, remote, so I can be near my dogs, and I don't have to deal with all of my coworkers type thing. And you can just like patch in all the client calls to my house. I can, you know, talk to the clients there, do everything that I do here at home. So why do I need to come in? They wouldn't let me not come into the office. Okay, let me finish putting my makeup on. They wouldn't let me not come into work. All right. And so I had to go in or take time off. But for this accident, like after I had missed so much time, and it was obvious I wasn't going to be able to come back for quite some time. And mind you, I had a lot of responsibility. I was in charge of like me. I had 276 multi-party, multi-defendant litigation cases. So basically, each case could have been like anywhere from 50 to 100 defendants in each one. So that's basically like 50 to 100 mini cases within one case that you have to work as far as the paperwork is concerned. And so, you know, at the trial, it all came together under one date. So it's not like a bunch of mini cases. But as far as the paperwork is concerned, for the amount of paperwork that I had to put out and produce for each of the cases with multi-defendants, I had like, it was like 100 cases within each case. And then on top of, and then you take that into the fact that I had just under 300 active cases with like 4 to 5 new cases coming in every single week. These were high value litigation cases. People were dying. People had deadly diseases from, you know, makeup products, from prescription drugs, from, you know, things like that. And so anyways, I had a lot of work to do. Well, they set me up to where I could do that work from home because my lawyers were not happy with the fact that they had to get other people to cover my work. And all of a sudden, the quality of their case paperwork, went down when I wasn't there to work on it. And so I convinced them to let me work from home. So during that time, I started working from home, and I was at home all the time alone because my husband was, off at work. My kids were at school. The baby was in pre-K. The baby was in pre-K. My little boy, he's so big now. Anyway, and all of that. So I was home alone with the pups, all right, which was heaven for me. But hold on, let me get my brush. That was heaven for me. Okay, I loved being home alone with my dogs, but I was very lonely. And this was back at a point in my life when I was incredibly social, all right? I mean, like I was doing modeling, I was doing acting, I was hanging out with celebrities and crew and producers and directors like from Hollywood. Like, I had a very active social schedule at that time, let alone any like activities that I would participate in from coworkers that would invite me to things and stuff like that. And so, and that's not even taking into account all of the things that kids have going on. I had my kids in sports, and then there would be plays at school, and like there was always a lot going on. Okay, so when all of that came to an abrupt halt and then months and months went by, I got really lonely. I am getting somewhere, just stick with me. I got really lonely. That led me to wanting to start shopping online because I couldn't really get out and about, and I needed joy. Okay, plus this was back in my life when I shopped all the time anyways. I was a big time, I was a hoarder, not a dirty one, but like I had a lot of stuff. And I just kept on getting more and more and more. It never even occurred to me anything about not doing that. That was just how I had always been raised, how I lived. Everything was always more, more, more. So I was making so much money, and the fact that I could start working overtime because I was now at home and didn't have to leave in order to go pick up my kids from daycare before and stop working to go get them, etc. And I didn't have to like leave in order to get home to my dogs type thing and stuff like that. I could work a lot more. So I started working on my cases a lot more, which meant I started making a lot more money. Tons of more money. I mean, like I more than tripled my salary. I more than tripled it wasn't salary because you don't get overtime with salary. I more than tripled my income by starting to work overtime. Well, I started having all this money and I was really, really lonely. One thing led to another, and I decided I was going to buy my first designer bag. I was finally at a place where I was at the top of my career, and I was, it had been a little while after I had graduated, having gone back to college as an adult in order to like further my career. I wanted to celebrate. I wanted to have something that made me feel happy. And I wanted to buy a Louis Vuitton, but I was like, I don't know what to buy. And so someone mentioned in passing a conversation, like somebody in my life, that they had done some research for something they were looking for on YouTube. And I was like, on YouTube? And they were like, yeah, it had nothing to do with like beauty or anything like that. I'm sorry, I got a fuzz. Fuzzes get stuck to my face from whenever I go into my brushes that have been sitting here getting dusty. So I'm gonna have to rethink leaving this out just in the open like this. So I'm gonna have to come up with a solution. But yeah, that's where the fluffs come from that stick to my face. Anyway, so they were doing something like, I don't know, music or something that they were looking into. And so they just kind of stuck with me in the back of my head about YouTube for information, right? Because back then I used to research a lot. It was my job to research everything and anything that I needed for my cases and people that were involved, laws, statutes, places of the courthouses, etc. Everything. I researched everything for my lawyers. Anyway, and for my own curiosity. I loved doing that stuff. Anyhow, so my point is, I was like, let me go to YouTube and see if I can find any information about some of these bags that I'm looking at, and maybe it will help me pick one. Bam! I landed in the world of Louis Vuitton on YouTube, and I started researching bags. Fast forward a few months of me watching videos of just like average women. Now keep in mind, this was back in 2016, okay? These are just average women with very average backgrounds. There was no lighting. There was no like good editing. There was no funny cuts. There was no high production value. There was no incredible makeup and, you know, perfectly coiffed do's. There was none of that. It was just me, them in front of a camera, me as the audience, you know, like that kind of a thing. And so I ended up, hold on, let me not cover his face. I ended up figuring out which bags that I wanted to go and check out. And so I had my husband take me on the weekend to the store. I went into the store to go and look at some of these bags. And then I ended up seeing this bag that wasn't one that was on my list, but I absolutely fell in love with it and I had to have it. And so I was like, well, this is the bag I'm going to get instead. So I went home and I looked on YouTube to see if there was any information about it, like maybe how to take care of it or something. I was so green in the world of Louis Vuitton. Although I had owned Louis Vuittons in the past, they were hand-me-downs and I knew nothing about them. I didn't know the name of the brand. I didn't give a damn about the name of the brand. I didn't care about any of that. It just didn't matter to me, but I had them because my aunt gave them to me. As a matter of fact, in high school, it was either my junior or my senior year, I had the exact same incredibly limited edition pony-haired accent flap multicolored noir Louis Vuitton that Paris Hilton had. I didn't even know who she was at that time. I didn't care. Like, I had never heard of her. I didn't care about any of this stuff. But I was walking around high school with the same bag that Paris Hilton was walking around in the tabloids with. And I had no idea. My aunt had bought it, and then I guess she didn't like it because it was maybe a little bit too flashy for her. And so she gave it to me because she knew that I was in high school and she loves me. And yes, I was walking around with this amazing purse that I had no idea. To me, it was just a cute, colorful purse that I could put my car keys in and my wallet. And back then I had a beeper. This was, I also had a cell phone, the very first flip phone. This was before anybody had flip phones and cell phones. But because my mom had moved on from being an MUA and had then moved over to AT&T, she was at the forefront of technology. You know, this was back when Southwestern Bell merged with AT&T. So Southwestern Bell ended up not being a company anymore after all of that was said and done. But yeah, so back then, my mother had the very, very first cell phones ever out. And of course, that meant that I had them. So yeah, anyways, Paris Hilton. Anyways, so I owned Louis Vuittons in the past, but I had no idea anything about them, nor did I care. And my point is that I got home that day after purchasing my Louis Vuitton bag, and I started looking up reviews. I'm going to make a look with the trio chrome. I want to do a little bit of like a lavendery look, something that'll kind of coordinate with my shirt and just be kind of fun and, you know, a little bit purpley, but not too deep. Maybe I'll bring in another purple palette and make it deeper. But for right now, I'm going to start off with the Trio Chrome palette to create a look. Okay. So then I come home and I was looking for information for, you know, how to like, just, I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could find information on this bag. And there was not one video. There was not one single video on that bag on the internet. There was no information. And I was like, how could there be no information of this beautiful bag? It was the very, very first series of bags. Like, it was the very first start of Louis Vuitton starting to add colorful accents of leather to the canvas. And that was what made me start to like Louis Vuitton, because I hated the Louis Vuitton brown canvas, the monogram. I just thought it was so ugly. Spoiler, I really did. I thought it was so ugly and tacky. And like anytime I saw somebody with it, including my aunt who had a lot of them, because, you know, she was like the one person in the family that had tons of money. She was married to a judge. Well, she was married to a lawyer at that time, but he became a judge later. Anyway, so yeah, she had tons of them and that's how I got them. But I was so not into that world. I had no idea. Anyways, so I was like, how can there be no information on this bag on the internet, but there's so many videos on the other bags? I was like, well, what if somebody is looking for information on this bag? I'm going to go ahead and just create a video and put it out there in case somebody needs this information. And the rest is history. Truly, the rest is history. And so, yeah, I ended up just sitting there on my bed, popping my laptop open because did I even have an iPhone back then? I think I had just gotten an iPhone. It was an iPhone 5. And this was back before the phones were any decent to film on or anything like that. Like the photos and everything were still really, really low quality. So no way was anybody going to be filming on an iPhone, you know what I mean? And so I just had this little crappy laptop. I mean, it was super low end. It was just something to get me by to go to school and in case I dropped it or whatever, because I had broken several laptops. I was going to college at that same time, just like the year before, and working full time while I was a student and a parent and all that. And so I just had this little low end laptop. I was super broke. I remember having to scrounge up the money to even try to get that laptop for my classes, because before that I had a desktop only. So anyways, I digress. Back to the point. I popped open my crappy ass little laptop that had a webcam in it and filmed a video, kind of introducing myself to the world, I guess, and introducing my bag and talking about it and what I liked about it and some of the features and this and that. And one thing led to another, and I ended up like getting a lot of views, surprisingly. Had no idea that anybody, like, but maybe a handful of people would ever want to check out my video. And it never occurred to me that somebody who did not want the bag would ever look at the video. You know, I was literally just putting the info out there to try to help anybody who might need it. And I ended up making so many wonderful friends through my luxury YouTube channel days, and I cherish all of those people in my heart, like the memories and everything. They were truly like special people in my life, but I ended up leaving the luxury community and ending my channel. I basically went silent. I went dark because I had a really terrible catastrophe happen in my life. It was actually a series of really tragic events, which is literally the thread of my life from one year to the next. So it's hard to pick out which series of tragedies it was, but I'm talking about, I can say this now because I've cried it out over the years. It was over 5 years ago now. But when my little dog's life was taken from him, it was a very unexpected moment for me, and it was devastating. I couldn't film. I couldn't get back in front of the camera anymore. I was just so sad and so depressed. He used to be in a lot of my videos, and he was the silliest one of the three. I don't want to say he was my favorite, but he had my heart really, really bad. And losing him really sent me on a tailspin, because my dogs were my comfort, you know, as they are for all people. But I mean, like, at that time in my life, I had so many fake people surrounding me and people that didn't really care about me. And my marriage was horrible. at that time. And it was just, you know, again, I was an actress at that time. So when I came on this channel, I mean, I was being myself, but I was also putting up a front, like as if I'm fine. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't fine. I was in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of agony. And I was lonely and pretty much bedridden. I mean, I could walk to go to the bathroom and stuff, but I couldn't walk for like 5 minutes straight and not be in excruciating agony for the next 12 hours. So, I mean, like, it was a big deal for me to try to get around and do anything. Anyway, so when people started talking to me and like in the chats, and then I started seeing that people that I had watched their videos on when I was trying to decide, they were commenting to me. And I was just like, wow, who would have ever thought these people would have been like watching my channel and want to say hello to me? And so that started my whole social media interactions on Instagram. And I started a luxury Instagram in order to be able to post pictures of my bag. And then one bag quickly led to many others. I got addicted and I started just posting videos of all my bags, and that really took off. And so, yeah, that was pretty crazy. I had like, by the time I shut down, I didn't really shut down my channel. I had my videos still up, but by the time I had stopped making videos, you know, I had taken a break or whatever, and was going through my emotional hell. I think I had like 23 or 2,500 subscribers by then, which really blew my mind because, like, it never crossed my mind that somebody might like my channel and like want to watch me or spend time with me like that, you know? I don't know. I don't have friends in life, okay? I've never had friends, people that want to spend time with me unless they have an ulterior motive. So I don't have a lot of friends, and I felt like I started making friends here online, and it was really special. And so, okay, I'm going to put this one away. I'm going to put this one away and see if I can get some more colors going, because it started getting a little bit more bright purpley than I wanted. I wanted it to stay more in the lavender family, so I'm going to try to get it back towards that a little bit more. Anyway, yeah, so when I shut down my channel, I had about 2,500 or so subscribers. I didn't shut it down, like I said. When I shut down in life, everything shut down for me is what I mean. So when I shut down and I stopped posting my videos on the regularly, I had about 2,500 subscribers, give or take a little bit. And then I was gone. I left and I never came back. Like, for years. It was years. I went through a very, very deep depression after I lost my dog, naturally. And like, it was a series of events that happened that I really don't all remember now in hindsight, thankfully. And it was just like, I couldn't fake it for the camera anymore, you know? And I didn't want to. And yeah, I was not okay. And I still had to work and be a mom and pretend that I was okay. So then with that, I couldn't keep pretending in the evenings. I needed that time to just feel my emotions and be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, hating life for taking my dog away from me, and questioning my existence, etc. So anyways, fast forward, I started then getting really, really ill. I could have used this for some purple action. Let me pull this in and see if there's anything that I want to use. Okay, so anyway, Yeah, so then, yeah, this in here. So I just like, I shut down, and I didn't really come back to my channel or anything like that for a very long time. And by the time it did occur to me to come back, like, I honestly didn't think, like, I had never even logged back in or anything. I stopped watching YouTube. I stopped doing a lot of the things that I had done before, and just like changed my focus completely because I needed things to be different in order for me to not feel the loss as greatly. If things were the same, it felt more, I felt him missing more because everything felt the same except for his presence. And so if everything changed around me, then the fact that he wasn't there too was just one of the many changes that I had to deal with. And somehow that made it easier for me, I guess, in my mind. But so, I think I'm going to try this shade here. I want to try it on glitter glue because I want to see if that'll amplify it a little bit. Anyway, so I came back to my channel one day after I was like really, really sick. I was so sick that I was literally not sure that I would be alive within 3 months. And none of my friends, none of them from any walk of life anywhere, okay? None of my friends checked on me or kept up with me or seemed to care that I was dying, okay? I was literally dying, and I wasn't going to be on this planet anymore. And it didn't seem to matter to anybody. Nobody came and tried to spend time with me while they could, They were just all like, oh yeah, I love you. I'm like, oh yeah, do you? Because I can't tell. Can't tell, buddy. Anyway, and so, yeah, I was just like, let me just put a video out there in case somebody ever wants to like see how bad things got for me before I passed away. And by that time, I had started watching beauty videos, which was pretty new to me. And I had ordered a Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona, and I finally had the courage to like start doing colorful looks. I wasn't very good at it. Plus, I had severe dexterity issues because of the illness that I was going through. It was really hard for me to even hold a makeup brush. So my skills didn't look that good at the time. And yeah, but I filmed a look. I filmed a look with my Metropolis palette. It was a green look, and I decided to upload that video to my channel. And I had said literally in my first video when I came back, I was like, I'm really sick. I'm not going to be doing luxury anymore. I just want to be playing with makeup, and I'm going to be coming back to my channel. I lost nearly, I lost like half my subscribers, like 1,000, 1,200 people unsubscribed to me within the next couple of weeks. I was like, damn. Well, welcome back to me, right? And so, yeah, I was just like, well, fuck you then. I don't want you here anyways. Fuck y'all fake fucking people. You know what I mean? But I'm just kidding. That's fine. If you were here for the Louis Vuitton and all of a sudden I'm not doing Louis Vuitton, like, I get it. You don't want to fucking see me, and all the people that I thought were my, quote, online friends weren't really. They were just friendly. And, yeah. So I was like, all right, fuck y'all. I'm just going to be here anyway because I don't have anything else I can do. I could barely hobble. I couldn't even hobble to my bathroom, like I had my vanity set up right next to my bed so that if I could muster up the energy to play with some makeup, I could like fall into the chair and sit there and play with some makeup. And then whenever my husband got home, he could help me back into the bed. Like that's how I would do it back then. So anyways, I was really, really sick. And I just wanted to reach out and, I don't know, have some sort of like final moment evidence of my existence. And so I filmed that look with my Metropolis palette and posted it. And losing all of those subscribers after I came back in the shell of a mess that I was a little gut-wrenching. It was a little bit of a sucker punch to the heart. I'm not going to lie. But it's not like I didn't expect it. I mean, like, I was a far cry from what my channel used to be. And so, like, I get it. If you don't want to be here with me, then go. You know what I mean? Like, tear your ass. I only want people here with me that want to be here with me. And that means even my family. You know what I mean? Like, anybody. So anyways, yeah, like, I don't have people in my real life that actually care about me. You know, like, maybe my husband, I guess. Yeah, by now he's convinced me that he does. And I mean, like, my kids, they love me because I'm their mom. You know what I mean? But, like, they don't give a shit what happens to me as a person. They don't care about me as a person. You know what I mean? Like, as an individual. They only care about me as their mom. What can I do for them? What am I providing for them? And can I leave them alone? Except for when they need something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't have people in my life, okay? I don't have friends and family that watch my videos. Like, people that say, oh yeah, you know, Mom, if you're watching, don't pay attention. I've got a surprise here for you. I'm just like, your mother watches your videos? I can't imagine having a mom that would watch my videos. Like, I can't imagine having that kind of support from somebody. I can't imagine a friend watching my videos. I don't have any friends that would ever watch my video. You know, I have people that claim to, but they've never made a comment to me. They don't talk to me about any of the content that I put out or any of the questions that I pose within my videos that I don't ask them directly. So it's like, you ain't watching and you ain't fooling me either. Because we don't talk about anything like that, you know? But anyways, so yeah, I decided that I wanted to come back and just create my channel for myself and for anybody who might want to be with me here now. So that was what I did. I just messed up my liner because I cannot see what I'm doing. I wish I had my enlarged mirror. Anyway, so I started posting videos, beauty videos, and it was really just a means for me to try to have the motivation to get out of bed and to try to appreciate the little blessings that I did have in my life at that time, despite feeling like my entire existence was absolute hell on earth, because it was, not only emotionally, but physically. Like, God. When I think back to the level of pain that I coped with on a day-to-day basis, day in and day out, at all times never ending, it literally just brings me to tears and crushes my soul. I can't believe I survived that, and I can't believe that that isn't my life anymore. I didn't mean to get down, and I'm not trying to be sad in this video because this is a happy video. Anyway, I'm so happy that I'm not in that situation anymore, and I'm so happy that my health has been returning because of the research that I did in my dying days that finally led me to finding the information that I needed to save my life, because no doctors could figure out what the hell was wrong with me. Nobody believed me. They thought I was going crazy. They wanted to offer me psych pills, which is fine if you take them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying a psych pill isn't going to take away the physical agony that I was going through, which is what was driving me crazy. It was the sheer level of excruciating pain that I was trying to cope with on a day-to-day basis, with no emotional support, no physical support, no help, no nothing, no pain medication, because I don't take pain medication and stuff like that. So like, it was just, I was breaking down. I was coming apart mentally. And so anyway, yeah, I was just using my channel as a means to have something to look forward to in life. Me getting to film a video, trying to edit it and get it uploaded. That was literally my life goal from one week to the next, was to try to accomplish that. And that kept me going. There was nothing else I could do. Nothing. I couldn't take my dogs outside. I could barely walk to the restroom. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't leave my bed. Life was miserable. So anyways, it was many, many months before I posted another video after that Metropolis video. And like that one was like in, I don't know, October, November, something like that. I didn't post another video until the following like April or maybe May, late March, April, somewhere like that, when the Odin's Eye Angelica Nyquist Hella palette came out, and I decided I'm gonna post a look and see if maybe I can get a few views because it's a new limited edition palette. And I had it, and I was like, maybe I can, you know, get some views on my channel if I create a look with it, which I did. But yeah, the rest is history. And so here we are now. That was in November of 2022. 2021, I think. Anyway, and then I had my, oh, it was 2021, because it was right before I had my life-saving surgery at the end of 2021, like towards the end of 2021. And then I spent the next, well, basically up until now, healing. I'm still healing, but I've done most of the heavy duty lifting of the healing now. And, you know, like I'm back in almost full swing. Anyhow, so my channel has basically been a journey of me going through health crises and emotional struggles hidden behind a smile. And I guess that's why I also stopped filming videos, was because it made me feel fake, but also like, how am I going to come on here and talk to people that I don't know. I hadn't hit such rock bottom in my life yet that I still cared what I looked like on the internet. And so I only wanted, you know, like my Louis Vuitton video type of content out there. But then once I got so sick and stuff, it really hit home what does and does not matter in life, you know? And I just didn't care about all that superficial shit anymore. Like, I don't care one bit. And the people who are that superficial, like, no hate to them, but I don't care about them either. Like, they're not, we're not the same. We're not on the same plane. We're not on the same wavelength in this universe. So just stay over there. You know what I mean? That's how I am about that. So anyway, I just want to say to anybody who has been with me here on my channel, whether it was just one day or you've been here for the majority of the way, or if you're new here and you're just checking me out, I just really want to say how much it has meant to me. How much it has meant to me to have this platform and to have this ability to connect with people and to just interact with like-minded people, regardless of what genre I'm posting about. And like I had mentioned early on back in my luxury video days that I was probably going to stop doing luxury videos and do beauty or something, you know, because like I always loved makeup and I thought that would be fun. And this was when I had like kind of seen that there were beauty videos on YouTube, but I had never watched one yet. You know, I literally did not tiptoe into the beauty industry I did not tiptoe into the beauty community here on YouTube until, well, during the Pandy Wendy, like when everybody got sent home from life. That's when I started watching beauty videos. And that's because, I don't know, I guess everybody was home and they started posting fun content I was able to watch. And then I started to like practice my own looks and stuff. And it was just, yeah, the rest is history. I don't know if this video will ever see the time of day or not, but yeah, I just wanted to say how special that it has been. Okay, I do really like the way this looks. Let's do a fun eyeliner to complete the look. I'm going to use this for the first time. I didn't actually think I would use it because it is a drugstore liner, and drugstore liners tend to bother my eyes, but just for the fun of it, let's just see what it does. Thought I was going to do a whole video using the whole collection, but then I decided not to use that makeup. So I'm a little surprised that I am going to actually use this cute little thing. Oh my God. I've never used a Wet n Wild liquid liner. Okay, I'm going to put this on my inner corner eye. Let's just see how it looks. I feel like you can see that, even though it's really, really light. Yeah, that does add a little hint of something. Can you see that there? Just like a little pop of brightness in the middle of middle of the face, inner eye area. All right, well, it's not super noticeable, but it is a fun little touch. I think that's a fun look. I'm gonna do a purple lip today. Well, that lip line did not work out well for me. Let's see if we have anything I can use here. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Okay, here's the purple look of the day. I feel like the lips kind of threw it off a little bit. Yeah, it changed the whole vibe. It just made it a lot more like grungy and moody, whereas I wanted to keep it kind of light and airy. So I'm gonna tamp the lip down and maybe add something pink. Okay, let's try this one from Pat McGrath. This is 1995. That looks great over it. Oh my God. Didn't really like this color on its own, but oh my God, over that purple, look at that. Oh. You guys, I just stumbled upon an accidental favorite lip combo. Wow. Here's the lips. Okay. So here's the hair and look of the day. My hair, I did wash it finally. I washed it last night. It's all fresh and fluffy. So this is what my hair looks like. Day one. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun creating this makeup look of the day, just super casual, chatty, get ready with me today. Nothing really, you know, going on for me. I'm not going anywhere. It's raining and gloomy. So I just wanted to hang out with you and talk a little bit about the journey that I've been through on my channel here and how much it has meant to me to be here with you and how much it means to me that you are here with me. And yeah, I really hope to see you in my future videos and to comment with you more and more because really that's what I'm here for. I like the interaction. I like being here and having someone to hang out with, you know, even though it's not in like live action real time. Speaking of, I did have some requests about a year ago to do lives. And I had said that I was planning on it. I'm still kind of planning on it, but the problem that I have, honestly, is that I'm just afraid nobody's going to show up. Like, I'm afraid nobody's going to show up. So, or that they'll show up and just click out in like 30 seconds, you know? And that's like, ugh. So I don't want to see that happen live. I'd rather that just like happen when I'm not aware of it so much, you know? So anyway, you let me know if you would hang out with me during a live or not. And if I get enough likes on that comment or a series of that comment, like a series of comments along that thread line or something like that, then maybe I'll go ahead and get the nerve up to do a live. But I can't imagine I'm going to do that anytime soon because I'm a little bit shy. Yeah. So what's funny is that like here on my channel, you get the me, like when it's just kind of me here, low key, but like in person, when I'm around people, I'm usually really loud and crazy and kind of wild. And like I'm the one that gets cut off at the bar, and literally the whole party that I'm with will shout, "She's drinking water." And the bartender's like, "We'll get her to calm down." But like, yeah, people usually think I'm drunk. And that's just because I'm a little bit, I'm a little excitable. So yeah, this version that you get here on my channel is a little bit more of an intimate version of just me and you. So I hope that's special to you because it's special to me. I don't even know what I'm going on about anymore, but yeah, so that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me, talking about the 8 years that I've been here off and on of YouTube, and celebrating my 8-year anniversary and celebrating my 8th birthday of my YouTube channel. Yeah, I hope that the goals that I have for my channel are just, you know, to let it continue to grow organically. I really don't want anybody here on my channel that doesn't want to be here with me. So, you know, I would love if people would subscribe to my channel, obviously, but like, I'm not like pushing for it. You know what I mean? Like, I only want people that want to be here with me. It's that simple. So yeah. So thank you so much for being here with me. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope that you continue to enjoy my content and continue to grow with me here on my channel. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed creating this makeup look of the day and talking a little bit for my 8th YouTube birthday. Yeah, but if you enjoyed the video, I would love if you click like. It really does. I would love if you click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you want to see additional content from me in the future. And I hope to see you in the next video, which is probably going to be my nail polishes video, my nail polish I wore in January video. So stay tuned for that. Bye.